comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Come and join with the angels' song. Rejoice. Unto us a son is born, the light of life has dawned. With the angels' song.
Okay.
Rejoice. Unto us a son is born, the light of life has dawned, the hope of...
Hi there! This is the one where the fire's meant to be on, but I'm waiting for somebody to come and check that because it has a funny smell at the minute, so I'm not turning the gas fire on. So pretend there's flames and it looks really nice in the background. Okay, just a few more jokes. Why does cheese look sensible? Because everyone else on the plate is crackers. Need somebody to do these with, really, because sort of doesn't have the comic timing. Never mind. Why didn't a boy get to go on the field trip to the cheese factory? His parents didn't sign the permission slip. Parmesan. How can you tell when Stilton is feeling sad? It will be blue. That one is really bad. I'm going to do one more to make up for that one being so bad. I like this one. How do you get a mouse to smile? Say, cheese. Okay, see you soon.
First of all, I'm going to start with a confession. I'm sorry to be a Christmas Grinch, but I am not a massive fan of carols. So I've had a think and I've chosen a carol that sums up some of the things that I end up pondering and some of the things that I end up thinking about at this time of year. Let me explain a little bit about me. I grew up as part of a Christian household. I was part of the church music group, along with most of my family actually. And singing carols around the piano was something that we did, part of our Christmas tradition. And I've also sung in choirs over the years, and I just find carols a little bit overdone and a little bit boring, if I'm really honest. Sorry if so far you're not getting massive Christmas chills and getting all in the Christmassy mood. Let me start again. The carol that I've chosen is Mary Did You Know? About 11 years ago, I was asked to give a talk in church during Christmas time, and the topic was Mary. I suppose I'd never really thought that much about her, having heard the story so often. But during the research for that talk, I was hit by the massiveness of what had been asked of her, and that she took it on so willingly and with such a heart of thanks and praise. And there were just some parts that I was particularly struck by. The fact that she is described in Luke twice as storing up and thinking about these things, treasuring them in her heart, once after the shepherd's visit and then a bit later when Jesus goes missing and is found into the temple. And I just thought what a amazing, sort of thoughtful, reflective, spiritual woman she must have been. I'm also really struck by the verse where they take Jesus to the temple and Simeon tells her that a sword will pierce her own heart too. And I just find it so amazing. How much did she know of what was going to happen and everything that she would have to go through from the moment she said yes, and how much she knew about how much Jesus was going to go through as well. So back to the talk that I did 11 years ago. I'd not long had a child of my own, and she was not very happy at the time about me not holding her and about me standing at the front of the church and doing a talk. And she was letting everyone know about it. And the combination of my baby crying and all the ponderings that I'd had about Mary and just how amazing I thought she was had sort of welled up in me, I suppose, and I became completely overwhelmed. I cried my way through the entire talk. Just all the feelings that I had about her and everything I'd learnt about her and my own feelings about becoming a mum myself meant that I only just managed to get through the talk. The whole thing was pretty embarrassing, but it's meant that I've definitely had sort of an affinity with Mary ever since and just loved her, you know, just thought she must have been amazing. I mean, God must have picked out someone amazing to be, you know, the mother to his child anyway, but it just blows me away. So the song Mary Did You Know sums up some of those feelings and some of the wonder that I feel about her. I'll just read out a couple of lines. Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? This child that you delivered would soon deliver you. Mary, did you know that your baby boy is heaven's perfect lamb? That sleeping child you're holding is the great I am.
Which kind of Christmas is yours? The one you have to struggle into, maybe like an old suit, somewhere early in December? The one that demands you make an effort to be friendly, find time to send cards to people who might send them to you, and generally spend more money than normal to create the right impression. Inside, there is the gnawing awareness that come Twelfth Night, when the cards and the Christmas tree are ditched, the play acting will end, and the real world will lurch back into focus. It's the motiveless Christmas. We send greetings, give presents, eat, drink, and generally try to be merry because society says we should. It's December, and that's how people in the West are supposed to behave at this time of year. The result is often destructive. A lot of people become acutely lonely, depressed, and envious. The family next door is having a great time, we reckon, but our circumstances are different. If only contentment and fun could be switched on that easily. Of course they can't. But then there's the other Christmas, the real one, the one with the motive, the one that has Jesus in focus. I know you can't switch that on either. You can't make yourself believe him or love him. But can you understand that he makes sense of it all? The cards and the gifts, the parties and the daft hats. Just suppose for a moment that it really is true, that God really did love the world so much that he gave. It would revolutionize your Christmas, not to mention the rest of the year and the rest of your life. Someone asked a friend of mine, suppose you're wrong about Christianity. My friend replied, if I'm wrong, I'll have lost nothing and still had a fabulous life. But suppose you're wrong. I find that really challenging, and it brings us to the real meaning of Christmas, which is why I've chosen the next hymn, the next Christmas carol, O Little Town of Bethlehem. And the reason I've chosen it is because of this one line, cast out our sin and enter in, be born in us today. We can all know the truth of belonging to Jesus through this one act. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no one comes to the Father except through me. We can all come to him. We can all belong to Jesus if we just open our hearts to him. Do that this Christmas.
I hope you really enjoyed that session tonight. If you were watching this live, please comment below and chat to some of the team. And if you're watching some catch up, again, you can comment to the team or get in touch with you as soon as they can. Have a really great evening.
With the